Thanks everybody for being here tonight. You just heard the concert band, which is primarily 9 strings, go through 2 wonderful pieces, one by Kate Mishimura, entitled Beneath the Canopy, and the other entitled The Devil's Workshop, giving them a lot of cool stuff to work on as we've gone through the rehearsal process throughout the last couple of months. We're going to finish transitioning these bands to a combined freshman-sophomore unit for a piece called Canterbury Walk, so just give us one moment.
symphonic band made up of sophomores. And as you'll notice with this concert, we have a lot of things combined because we have a very busy end of the year. We have our concert today, woo. We have our jazz concert on Sunday at 3 p.m. I hope you'll join us. And then we march in the Memorial Day Parade on Memorial Day. The date's in your program. I don't have everything memorized. And then we also play at graduation. So it's an interesting endeavor to go, cool, let's play at graduation. We have 3 bands. What are we going to play? So you'll notice we're going to do a lot of things combined. So then for graduation, we're not learning all new music in 2 classes. Woo, the end of the year, it's crazy. But we are really, really proud to share this concert with you. All of the groups have really challenged themselves with the level of literature that they are playing. So we hope you enjoy. Here is Tuscola Mountain Celebration by my good friend, Paul Murtha. Actually, I know him, he's a good friend.
Thanks, everybody. Just give us another quick moment while we get the Wind Ensemble on stage for the next combined performance.
Good evening. My name is Matthew Ko. I'm a senior in Monona Grove High School band. We're going to be playing variations on a Korean folk song called Arirang. I thought I could give you a pretty good insight on this song because it's a song that I grew up listening to. Because it's just like a folk song, so like everybody just knows it in Korea. So this song has like very many like variations of it, And this variation is based on an experience of a soldier back in Korean War, I think is John Barnes Chance, apparently. So this guy came to Korea, listened to the song, and be like, dang, this is pretty cool. So he just made like a really hard version of it. So we're gonna try very hard to play this very hard song pretty well. Yeah. Please enjoy, thank you.
Okay, the group you see in front of you is our wind ensemble made up of mostly 11th and 12th graders. And we have a really special opportunity. So here at Monona Grove, we have a former student, Chandu Her, who is in charge of Asian Club and then has been like, hey, this music thing is cool. I was in band. Can I just come every day? Yeah. So Chandu and I talked last spring and basically was like, hey, I have this idea. What if I write a song and then the band plays it? And I was like, yes. So we've been really lucky that Chandu has been with us pretty much all year, playing every instrument, and as you see in the program, played with each of the 3 groups, and wrote this piece. So I'm gonna pass this to a student, and you will just hear about some of this experience.
Hey everybody, I'm Miriam. I'm a senior in band, and well, it's actually my first year in band. But before we play this song, I just wanted to introduce Chandu because he's really, really special to all of us. And you've definitely seen him at a couple of our marching events and at our last concerts. And you might have noticed, he's kind of hard to miss. At the last concert, he was wearing white socks with his concert black, but. We all in band just really want to thank Chandu for everything that he's done and all the work he's done with us. Coming back to MGHS band has been amazing, but also these past 2 years he's helped to rebuild Asian Club, which has been really, really helpful to all of us. And this year, him coming back to band to work with us on his dissertation was amazing, but also just working with solo and ensemble pieces, to stepping in as a last-minute show band member. We just want to thank him so much for all of his work in curricular and extracurricular band and choir programs. So these flowers are from all of the 3, I think, bands, and they can't begin to describe how thankful we are, but we hope that it's something.
Wow, oh my goodness. Band students are like the best little like secret ninja people who, run around and do things like this, create surprise gifts. It has been such a gift and a pleasure to come back to Monona Grove Bands. This was such a big part of my own coming up as a person, going off to college and everything like that. And, I have so much to thank for the MG bands. And even though these are not the same band teachers that I had when I was here, they are continuing to carry on the legacy and also evolve it in ways that really turn this band into a second home for a lot of students here. And all of you students sitting in the crowd right now, so many of you probably know, oh yeah, when I didn't want to go to a class, a teacher, one of the band teachers was willing to let me just have a human moment, not just skip for the sake of skipping, but when you're having a human needs and human moments, they just really recognize that. And so there is just a lot of power that we see in these arts programming. And so this is my very subtle, slightly political message that we need to continue to support the arts if we want to continue to see cool projects like this. I also want to add that even though this student would never take credit over this work, Katie Hinthorn in music theory actually looked at this song with me, and we walked through it together, and she was like, this is playable, this is maybe kind of iffy, and she's been with everyone since literally 6th grade, so I trusted her opinion. She helped change a couple of the parts to make it more interesting and more playable for people. So classes like music theory, classes like digital music production, band classes like this, choir, orchestra, they all matter. Every single one of them matters and makes the biggest difference. So I hope that we can continue to keep the legacy of MG Music's very strong in this district. And we're gonna listen to the song now.
So you get to be a part of the world premiere of Magical Girl Suite. Enjoy. This is really cool, and we have never been a part of a world premiere and been able to just have this composer live with us, basically. So this is a beautiful plaque of the world premiere and our appreciation to you. I know. You're like, look, Mom, I did it. TJ, take some photos. Come on, TJ, just take some photos. We'll pretend like we're still laughing.
I was almost late to this concert because I had to go pick up my nephew, who's currently an 8th grader, with Mr. Walsh. Thank you, Mr. Walsh.
And Miss Sincula.
Yes. Music at all levels. Support all the music.
Okay, yeah, good, good smile, cheese. For the scrapbook. Great. Thank you, TJ. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. That's so cool. Okay. Okay, this brings us to the part of the concert where we are going to recognize the seniors, and we have a few awards. But just acknowledging that these seniors have been playing music of this kind for at least most of them around 7 years. Some of them rejoined this year. Some of them joined in high school. We are a come one, come all. And it's just been a really cool experience knowing people for this long and seeing you start as like a tiny version of you and then a really tall version of you. When they were all in middle school, I took lots and lots of photos of the concert. And so it's been fun this week being like, hey, look at you in 7th grade. And they're like, oh God, I was small and young. And look at you now. You're thriving. So we're gonna acknowledge seniors. We're gonna say your name. You're gonna get this cool plaque. We're gonna shake your hand. And we're gonna try to just line you up on the stage in alphabetical order. And some mom, please take a photo, or dad. My parents, my mom scrapbooked everything I ever did. Everything. So if that's you, please continue that trend. They're not going to be in alphabetical order, but that's good. Will you do that, and can you find one of the senior pamphlets? They are not in alphabetical order. Daria Tarasova. Sam Thompson. We're at the back end. Hannah Whitbeck. Yeah, it's like hug me. Van Zarn. The seniors are also getting this cool thing of them with their pictures. Thank you, David Ballard. That's a little... Matthew Klein. Kira Curley. Chase Hendricks. Jose Hernandez. Catherine Hinthorn. Mason Huff. Miriam Israel. Liana Kandorski. Matthew Coe. Anshul Kudapudi. Julia Laddick. Alvin Lee. Gus Loiter. Gus later, you would think after a lot of years I could say that, my apologies. Mari O'Connell. Anna Payne. Morris Salzman. Okay, hopefully someone's taking a photo. Seniors smile out in the audience. Yay. Awesome. Class of 2025, make your way to your seats. A huge thank you for all of your musical endeavors. We still have a few more awards. I told you this was the long time that I talk. So we have a few awards that we give out. You will see two of our awards at our jazz concert on Sunday at 3 p.m. If you want to come, it's here. Our other awards, we do a few Patrick Gilmore Awards. And Patrick Gilmore was a band director, very notable, led many bands, and we honor him through giving out his award to various high school students. So really cool. The students vote on our John Philip Sousa Award. Our John Philip Sousa Award is like the pinnacle of high school music, the person that they see as always working hard, doing their best, bringing everyone on board, helping out everyone around them. So our two awards are the Patrick Gilmore and the John Philip Sousa. The John Philip Sousa is voted on completely by their peers, which is a really cool thing. So our Patrick Gilmore Awards, we are awarding to 3 individuals, not in alphabetical order, but maybe, depending on how I remember them. Our first one is David Ballard. Our second one goes to Morris Salzman. And our third Patrick Gilmore goes to Sam Thompson. So our top high school band award, John Philip Souza, someone who is here for everyone, literally no matter what grade you are in, goes to Katie Hinthorn. So as you can tell, the Monona Grove High School Band, they all really care about each other. And to just prove that a little more, these two are gonna talk.
Hi, I'm Julia,
And I'm Jenna.
and we want to say a few things about our wonderful directors first. So, can we get where are you guys going? Come back. Come back. Okay, so these two directors have, well, Collins. We'll start with Collins. I met her first during COVID, and it was crazy. And now, oh, there he is. And she's always just someone who you can go to. Like, say you finish all your chemistry homework, she's gonna write you a pass so you can come down to band. She, like Chendu said earlier, she's gonna treat you like a human.
Say you don't want to go to any class at all, she will write you a pass.
No. But in all seriousness, she's genuinely a prized member of our team and just such an amazing person to have at MG. Thank you. Here you go. And Menchaca, where to start?
He just has so much energy. I've never seen anybody love their job more than this man. He just I look forward to band so much, and it's just like, he just brings the energy so much, and he just, I'm lost, I just love him.
It's also crazy that he also works at the elementary school half the time. He splits his time, which, you know, 3rd through 5th graders versus high schoolers is a big switch. It's a lot. And I'm just so happy he got to come to MG this year. You can tell that he genuinely cares about his craft, and it's just amazing with his paper airplanes and all. And they're, you know, he's just a really great guy. So thank you so much, Menchaca.
Hi, I'm other Julia. So every year, the seniors come together and we get presents for both our band teachers.
This year, the sophomores took care of the flowers for us, but we also have gift cards and a stuffed animal in there. The gift card is to Starbucks, so caffeine is not allowed. No caffeine. And this year, I kind of had a hard time figuring out what gifts to do because we're unorganized sometimes. But we had one good idea.
So this year, we got 2 notebooks, and we had every single one of the seniors write a message for Collins and Menchaca. So this one, we got trumpets, and then this one, clarinets, because everybody knows Miss Collins' favorites is the clarinets, because we're the best.
We have no idea what each other wrote. We did not look at it. So it's going to be really interesting. It was an opportunity for us to write a message to you about whatever. None of the other seniors have any clue.
All right, and then we're also responsible for making a poster with all of our senior photos on it, and we had Morris offered to build a frame for it. So thank you, Morris.
That being said, I did not get him the dimensions in time, so it will be done by the end of the year.
I would just like to thank our band teachers for making these 4 years of high school just amazing. Band has always been something I look forward to. I'm just going to cherish these memories for the rest of my life.
Another thing I'd like to add, so I lived in Eau Claire for most of my life. I moved here when I went into 8th grade, and it was all virtual. I was going to the Madison School District. I transferred in here for freshman year, and I'd say band class is probably the most accepting class I've ever had, like at this high school. It really made me feel like involved and like I fit in, and that's completely because of Mr. Collins and all of the other band teachers that were here, Mr. Granville, Mr. Walsh, and Mr. Menchaca. They all did amazing, and yeah, so thank you guys.
I just wanted to add that you guys have really been fantastic teachers, and I greatly appreciate all you do for us. I know that band is a safe place for many of us, and it wouldn't be possible without your guys' hard work. So thank you so much for a fantastic year.
Hi, we're back. We have another little thank you. So Katie, when I referenced my speech in the bakery earlier, this is what I was talking about. So Katie sit somewhere. I don't know. Okay, Katie Hinthorn, here you go. Come up here. Katie. So first, Jenna.
Okay, so hold on. Before we go, we have one more special recognition. So Katie Hinthorn, you have left a huge impact on MG Band's program, not only musically, but personally. I first met Katie this September during marching season. However, we didn't fully become friends until concert band started at the end of October. She'd help me a little here and there, and if I ever needed a hand, but little did I know this would be the beginning of our friendship. Katie's leadership and willingness to help other students made her go-to person for most of my peers who needed support or help with, whether it was with band or just advice. Whether it was explaining a difficult concept, helping with homework, working on that one tricky rhythm that I just can't get, or being a safe person to talk to, Katie was always there with open arms, patience, determination to help anyone who needed it. Anyone who was in the presence or even within a 20-foot radius of Katie would know how she can just light up any dark room with a few positive words. I'm also not sure how Collins is going to survive next year without her, because Collins would yell out, "Katie, where are my keys?" And 2 seconds later, here Katie comes with her keys. Whenever she'd lose something, Katie always knew where it was. Many of my peers, myself included, look up to Katie not just for her knowledge, but her kindness and positive energy she radiates throughout the day. She has an uncanny ability to break things down in a way that makes even the most difficult things seem easier for anyone to understand. After a long and tiring day, I knew I could count on Katie to make me feel better, and I also know that every day when I walk into the band room, I'll be greeted with a running, jumping hug, almost knocking me over. Katie is the most love-filled, talented person I know, and I was lucky enough to spend my first year of high school doing what I love most next to one of the people I love most. Katie, I think we speak for everyone when I say we all love you so much, and there's nothing anyone could ever do to repay you for all your hard work and dedication you've given our band your past 4 years. Thank you, and I wish you nothing but the best in college.
Okay, so I have to say my part now. So Jenna pretty much summed it up, so I'm gonna kick her out. So go. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I met Katie my 8th grade year during the Pops concert. She sat down with the clarinet ones and was like, "I'm playing with you guys now." And I was like, whoa, I don't play clarinet, but that's cool. So she's always just been an inspiration, and I think that's really inspiring, which is great. Oh, crap. So, I'll come in and I'll just talk to her, and she's just she's the perfect person. I don't know how else to say that. She's genuinely so sweet and tries, her dedication to this is just incredible. So we just want to say thank you, because you are the most passionate, most dedicated person I know I've ever met. Like, it's crazy. I want to thank you for all the help in marching band, pep band season, everything that you do. When I didn't know what I was doing on the field, trying to figure out my lefts and rights, Katie was like, "You're there," and I'm like, "Yes!" And it was awesome. She single-handedly, she's part of the glue that holds this band together, and I am so thankful that I got to meet Katie. So, Jenna, come on out. So, here is her senior gift basket because of how influential you are. We each have cards from our band with all of your signed names. You did sign the wind ensemble one because we tried to. Yep, we lied. Okay, so each thing in the basket has a separate meaning. So we got you a congratulations on adulting award because you're 18 now. We got you, I made you a reed case, which is kind of cool. I did. Allie gave you this. Allie over there, wave. She made you this gorgeous little keychain so you can keep part of MG with you everywhere you go. We have a cow because you're moveless, you know? Yeah, okay. We have a can of soup because you're super. Yeah, okay. And because our favorite pastime is going fishing together, we got you a fish bubble blower so you can remember us everywhere you go. Yeah, we also got you a book because you need to get your anger out somewhere, so book it is. And because your signatures are bows, so we got you a bow because you're bow-tiful. There you go. Then there is also more stuff, but those are all the punny things. Oh, we also got you a mushroom blanket because you're a fun guy, you know? You know? So we got all the puns. So, yeah, thank you so much, Katie, for all you do.
We love you, Katie Hinthorn.
We love you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, time for Wind Ensemble to play their next song.
Thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening with us. I think you can tell how much we really appreciate each other and how cool it is to see students really take leadership roles and just care for one another. So thank you. Our last piece is Cabinet of Curiosities, and it actually was commissioned by DPI, the Department of Public Instruction. And it's really cool. There's a whole poem with it. There's a story online. But we really had a fun time talking about like imagining what you can find. And I feel like Cora especially was like, this is me. This is my life. Sorry, Cora, I had to call you out. If you know Cora, you know. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely Thursday evening.